racing. What is going on, everybody? Sega Dreamcast 84 here. Yeah, we got F355 challenge. Passione Rossa? Rossa? F355 challenge. Passione Rossa? I don't know. This game has been talked about before in, online forums and sites and whatnot. It's one of the more talked about racing games. It's a whole lot better than F1, the one I did before. And it's kind of just more of a traditional type of car game. I'm not sure if it's got... well, it says on the back, it says Ferrari official licensed product, so I guess it has, like, Ferrari cars in it and whatnot. I'm not big on car games. I just am not. I never really caught on to the Gran Turismo craze or the Xbox ones, the one with kudos where you get or something, like Project Gotham. Yeah, like that was a thing back in the Xbox original days, and yeah, like I've been doing these videos and just kind of like throwing in random things a little bit, but my favorite movie of all time is the Citizen Toxie, the Toxic Avenger 4. I love Trauma. It's a B movie that is just really amazing. The humor is great. Watch the first Toxic Avenger, then this one. And another follow-up is Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. And I just really think these two complement each other very much. And yeah, I've been meaning to do like cool stuff reviews and stuff and haven't really been doing them lately, but F355 challenge. Let's look into this game. Listen to this music. Oh my gosh, it's so ratchet. Yeah, it makes me think of like old hair bands and working with old co-workers. Some old, like I used to work with this old lady. She wasn't like that old. I mean, she was like in her 50s, but she had like crazy 80s hair. She wouldn't let go of the late 70s, early 80s, just ever. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to 41 because he was talking about how he wants me to kind of talk throughout my videos, so I can put these on. I can put these games on like a lower volume and kind of talk, I guess. But I'll do arcade mode. I normally just do whatever's default, whatever they serve at me first. Yeah, I've been listening to 41's music while going to the gym. Like he has like really good songs. I got like a good 20 on my MP3 player. And yeah, like Still Crazy. Like he did a Paul Simon sample music song that's really good, and he did. I got so many good songs that I don't know. I just like a lot of what he's putting out, and shout out to 41. Go check out 41music.net, you guys. Let me turn this volume down. Well, I'll do it here in a minute. This game is made by AM2, which is the same people who did Daytona USA and I believe maybe the Virtua Fighters. You always have to like let go of the gas a little bit before the turn. Like it's like that with every game, pretty much. Not all racing games are the same, but I don't know. The graphics look pretty good. That F1 Formula Racing or whatever, I would say it had less graphical capabilities than this one. Yeah, I'm just using a standard controller. As you can see. Ow! Look at me. Alright, enough of this. I'm just going to do the real mode. I don't care. Let me check the... Okay. Yeah, it looks like this is the type of game to get into, and I don't have the patience. This reminds me of 18-Wheeler Pro Trucker, because when you first start your stage with that game, it's like, well, thanks for calling on the CB radio. You're starting your mission. Come on, you're following this guy. Come on, cowboy. You know, it's kind of like that. But, yeah. Pausing the game so I can talk about it. Yeah. I can't change camera angles like I'm trying to get a, like, behind the camera view, because I feel like I got better spatial awareness that way. The graphics are great. Look at the car in front of me. Very good looking. I think car games are the best games graphically, because all you have to do is really focus on the stationary circuit, make it as good as you can, and then make the cars look shiny, and you can make a car racing game look very good. The mirror graphics aren't that good. I looked at the rear view mirror, or the side mirror of that one car. It's just kind of like, it doesn't look like a real mirror, but you know, this is 6th gen. It's pretty good. I think it's great how the 4th generation was all like, you know, platformers, Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, stuff like that. And then you got the 5th gen where it's just like, it looks like hot garbage. And then the 6th gen made leaps and bounds, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. I just remember seeing it in a magazine when I was a kid, and just, wow, it blew me away. I wonder if there's a soundtrack for this game, and if I wonder if somebody somewhere loves it. Let me check the time on this video here. Oh yeah, I got some time. I gotta make these like little short video clips, like 5 minutes long, in case I want to edit. I might not edit these, I might just throw them online, because I'm talking so much and whatnot. Sometimes it's best to just go ahead and throw stuff online. A little less time, a little less effort, and I can just kind of go ahead and churn these out. My reviews are so long here lately, like almost 20 minutes long for a lot of them. I'm in 7th position and I don't care. I'm just happy to be here. Oh man, I want to see a wreck. Isn't that horrible? A lot of NASCAR people, NASCAR fans just want to watch the wrecks, and I think they're in denial about it. But they're always kind of smiling when they're talking about the wrecks, you know, they're kind of sadists.
Congratulations. Waiting for your next challenge.
All right. Oh yeah, PC Wizard, Dreamcast PC Wizard guy. I mean, he's got a Dreamcastic channel. He was talking about how Monaco Grand Prix is online now for like the European version of it that is online. Kind of interesting. And no, I'm not going to save this game because I don't care. Name injury. I always put in something. I don't want you guys knowing my real name, so I'm just going to put DC. That's what you get. That's what you get. Yeah. So this game, let's review it and talk about it, I suppose. So is this game better than the F1 World Racing Challenge or whatever? Yeah, it's a little bit better. Would it be better with the racing controller? That remains to be seen. I put the racing controller back in its box, and I just don't really have any desire to break that bad boy out again. I was talking a little bit through this video. I'm going to rewatch that video and see if it is any good, if you can make out what I'm saying. Hopefully the in-game audio doesn't flood out what I'm saying, or what I'm saying doesn't flood out the in-game audio. This game, it's supposed to be a pretty good like racing simulator. I think that it's probably rated highly because of the authenticity of the Ferrari brand, and like, you know, like I said, it's made by Sega's AM2. It's Acclaim. It's just one of those where a lot of companies kind of, you know, put their efforts together, and then you get a beautiful product. So if you're a fan of this genre, there you go. Typically, like, because of fans, I bump up ratings, but maybe I should bump up a rating. I would give this just a personal 5, but I'll give it a 6, I guess. I'll bump it up a little bit because just because it's not my type of game doesn't mean that it's not good. You know, I think that the steering is responsive. If you sat down and really got to get a good feel for the game, you would really get used to it. You would probably like it and try the different modes and whatnot. I am rating it so low, and even if I bump it up, it's still a 6. You know, it's just because it's just not a favorite. It's not a favorite genre. Now, that's not to say I don't like racing games. I just like the arcade, like the cartoony racing games, like Star Wars Pod Racing, and like there's others that come to mind. But there's Looney Tunes Space Race. I think I've said this before. Like like on the Genesis, I like Road Rash. You know, that's a guilty pleasure there. So this one, I'll give it just a straight 6. And do I recommend it? For the hardcore racing fan, I'm always like saying, I never straight up recommend it. I always say, oh, if you just like this, if you like this genre or whatever, for lack of a better word, if you just like this type of game, you know, yeah, sure, I can say that about anything. If you like hot garbage, play Disney's Dinosaur. If you like to play hot steamy crap, play Chicken Run. But if you like racing sim games and whatnot, if you're just a fan of that genre, this is a good offering on the Sega Dreamcast. So, alright guys, thank you so much. And now a random review. Alright, I got this fan. It's been in my family for a long time. I think it belonged to my parents, and it's just been kind of, you know, in the family for a long time, and now it's mine. And as you can see, I put black duct tape over the label, and there's a label too right there. And I put black duct tape over there, and I did that with a lot of my items. I don't really like marketing and you know, brainwashing and all that stuff. I like to choose my own reality, really. And yeah, there's different settings, and I like how there's a different color per button. I think that it's like little accents and touches like that you don't really see in the world. Let me turn on the overhead, maybe you can get a better look. Yeah, it helps with the lighting a little bit. And yeah, I just like how You can tell it says oscillation, but I covered it up. And yeah, there's a lot of dust on it. And a lot of my stuff has dust on it, and I just kind of wipe it off from time to time, but I really just don't care. I don't care about a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's just a nice... Oh, it has one of those things where you... Oh! Well, that happened. But hey, we can get a better look at it. I'm sure it didn't break. Yeah, you can see the dust better on it. See how it snaps around? And I don't normally treat my stuff like this. I'm just showing... Look at that tuft of dust on there. I really do need to dust this thing. That's insanity. That's insanity. But yeah, it's got one of those little dials on it where it stops it from rotating. You can move it around better that way. And yeah, there's been like a common theme of like in my videos where I've been showing off stuff and it tends to drop, and I swear I have better control over my life, but for some reason, let me just turn it on for a minute, make sure it still works. Yeah, it still works. Look at that. Beautiful. It still works as good as any other fan. I would argue and say that it's of better build quality. Look at the metal... just the metal casing. It seems like more current fans are just cheap, just really cheap. Yeah, I've been watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and here's a picture of Quark, and I just think it's kind of funny. I think it would be really funny to frame, to have funny stuff just kind of around just to frame. But this fan, when it comes to rating, I give it a 9, because if I gave it a 10, it would be one of those industrial fans that do like a super awesome good job. But I think this is a very efficient job, and it's very good for one person. It's a very good oscillating fan. That's why I'm rating it so high. And the fact that it's kind of dirty and that it kind of reflects me as a person, just kind of, I don't know, I kind of just don't care. But I do need to wipe it down. I think it does look bad. Look at all that dirt. But I give it a good 9. And, it's just a nice fan. I like this fan, and I'm a fan of this fan. So, plus you got to see it drop. That was funny, I guess. All right, thanks for watching Random Reviews.